Okay. Can you explain quickly what you have done?
Yeah, I just let's go to the I created employee class, then assign these values: ID, name, salary, then created constructor, no argument, and parameter. Then this for getting the IDs and getting all the
Okay, okay.
attributes.
Go ahead.
Then there is toString method and compare to method, and you told by default it should be sorted by name. So I
Yes.
completed by name.
Okay.
So I go to the main method. I created these 6 objects. Then add to the tree set. Like here, I added them.
Oh, good, good.
Then by iterator, yeah, I did it, and I have this one is for default sorting by name, and I created 2 more like for sorting by ID and salary. I have created
Yes, yeah.
ID, yeah,
Good.
because we can't what get the attributes from the class since they are private. So we have used like get ID.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Good.
I need to run it.
Anyone having any issue with this program?
Hi, Bharat. This is Suman. I have a question. So I wrote a program and it worked perfectly fine, but I was curious, like, how would you create a comparator if you want to separate it by suppose you give it as a salary, but how you what if we want to do it the salary as a double or a float? Then it doesn't allow you to create a comparator because the return type is always integer. How exactly you gonna do it if the salary is double or a float data type?
Did you try it? You can do casting also. Okay. Did you try to cast?
No, I actually tried to change the return type, but it doesn't allow, and I don't know. So I just did the integer in the salary too, but I just wanted to see what happens if I try to do it double or float.
Yes. Can you share your screen?
Yeah.
Let us see that.
Okay. So I have now done with the integer data type with the salary. So do
Yes,
you
yes.
want me to change it to double and see? Or
Yes, yes, change it.
so
Check 12 to 35.
save it.
It's showing some error. Line 027. No, get a set. No, no, don't do like that. What you can do, everywhere you need to change it. So you can delete get a setter and you can generate. Okay.
Okay. Now
That will be better idea.
so now it shows an error in this one because it says it cannot convert from double to int.
Oh. So what you can do?
I tried.
One. can you cast it to, you know, one dot get salary? Can you cast it to, int?
So
One dot get salary. Not one dot get salary. Cast it to int.
how do I do it?
Just before O1, write int in parenthesis.
Oh, okay. Like this.
Put it in int in parenthesis.
Like whole. This way.
No, int. Only int in parenthesis.
Like this.
Yes. Delete the x. Yes, and do this get salary also. Go to dot get salary also. Do like this. After line number 9. Int y equal to
And then x minus
and
y.
return yes.
Yeah, it's working now. Thank you. I just had that question.
Okay. Good.
Thank you.
Okay, good. So can we start now? I'm thinking everyone has done it. So we are going to start now. Did you get the programs? All these programs?
Yes, we get it.
Okay. Let us go to my clips. So remaining people can mute yourself. If you want to ask something, you can ask. Because some noise I'm getting. So this is our folder. Where I'm getting two each. Sabine, you are not muted. Okay, you should mute.
Yes.
I have muted.
Muted.
So always mute yourself. If you want to ask something, you can unmute. So this is our, project collection day 1. Okay, and here we have seen Arraylist, hash set, linked hash set, reset, demo. Here this is hash code. Okay, this program is related with hash code. So today we are going to study map. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to create a package, okay, separate package for like map.demo. Fine. So before we discuss anything related with map, let us see what is map. Reset, So map is an interface, and it's going to contain two parts. Set is an object, array list or list is what? That is an object. So whatever the collection you are discussing, they belongs to what? They are basically objects. Okay? So you are creating objects and you are putting them. But map is what? Map is a special type of object which one is containing, every object is having two parts. Like first part is called what? Key. Another part is called value. First part is called what? Key, and second part is called value. Okay. So a map is always going to contain two things. So key is what? Suppose you can say key is SSN, okay? Key is SSN number, okay? And name is what? Sorry, value is what? Your name. So you can see here, there are different variety of map. Tree map. Tree map is corresponding to what? Tree map is corresponding to very much like tree set. Hash map is very much corresponding to like hash set. And apart from this, there are variety of map. So most important one we are going to use in practice is hash table. Okay, most of the time we are using this one. Sorry, not hash table, hash map. Okay, hash table is older one. So first of all, let us see what is hash map. So you can see here, hash map is a class, implementation class for map. So if you see this hash map equal to new hash map, and see previously when you are creating employee object, okay, custom class object, so your array list was containing what? If you are creating array list, so what you wrote something like this, array list, and there was only one thing here, okay, what it was containing, like integer, okay, or you can say it was containing like string or employee, dog, whatever. But if you talk about map, what it's going to contain? It's going to contain two things. So see, we are going to create a hash map. So hash map equal to new hash map, and see this generic part. Okay, so this is for what? Map is going to contain as a key, it's containing string, as a value, it's going to contain, okay, what type of data? String data. So both are what? For key and value data type of string. You can change here also. First one may be, integer, second one may be string, or both may be integer. Both may be integer, both may be string. Even here you can use some different objects, employee or dog, whatever custom objects. So see, if you remember, for adding in set or adding in array list, what was the method we used? Add method. But here you need to use put method. map dot put. So here it's a string 100 Aarti 200 Aditya 300. So map will be something like this. Something like this. It's like a table. Okay, this is row number 1, this is row number 2, this is row number 3. Okay, and here it will be what? Here it will be 100, and here whatever the name are. This is something like that. And here it will be 200, and here it will be Aditya. Aditya. So a map is going to contain what? Key value pairs. So here you can see there are 3 key value pairs, and this is the reference. This is going to point this one. So this map is going to contain all this. Now see the first one. The special part is this first column, means key. Whatever you discussed.
What
Yes,
does
yes.
that hash map string? What does this string means on the code?
What the data type you are going to put in your map? There are 2 things. So key will be, what will be the data type for key? It will be string. What will be the data type for value? It will be string. So 100 is, you can see 100 is in double quote. So this is key. 200 is key. 300 is key. By key you can get the value you will see. So this is data type. And one more thing, Nagem has started generics, okay, from yesterday. So I hope you may continue today also. So this is called what? When you are using angular bracket for type safety, this is called, generics. If you put other data type other than string as a key, it will not take here. It will show error. If I write here in the place of 300 without double quote, it will be what? It will be integer. And so this program is not going to compile. Fine? Since you are telling here that I am going to put string. Fine? But as soon as you put it in double quote, it will be fine. So, okay. So this map reference is going to point this. So this is what? This is basically a map object. Okay, something like this. So the important part is key. If you see this key, so whatever the rules you studied for set, that is going to be applied over here. So what are the rules for set? So first of all, okay, just tell me. Here, I'm going to go create a program for set demo. Okay, one. Include this one also. Oh, sorry, I should refactor it. This is not asset. This one is as map. So refactor, rename, and this should be as map demo. Next, finish. Fine. So if I talk about, so keys should be what? While studying set, we were discussing that elements cannot be duplicate. Elements are not allowed. Okay, so here keys cannot be duplicates. Okay, keys cannot be duplicates. But what about values? What about values? Yes, values may be duplicates. Yes, keys must should be unique. That is the meaning of that not should be. And whatever the objects, like if you are using, any class, string class, employee class in a set, so what it requires? It's based on hash code and equals. So you should override hash code and equals. So here keys should what? Keys should override what? Also key should override hash code and equals. Hash code and equals. Any other thing? Okay, when you remember, we can put that. So all the rules, whatever we have studied, set is going to be applied on the keys of the map, but not on the values. So keys are what? Keys are always unique. If you know the key, you can access the corresponding information, means corresponding value. So let us write a program. So we are going to discuss this hash map. So if you see here in the left hand side hash map is written, and right hand side hash map is also written. But I told it is better to write interface here in the left hand side. So I should write what? Map in place of hash map. Fine. So map of what? Tell me. Map of string, comma, string, and this is my map equal to what? New hash map, and this one is not mandatory actually. Control T2. So that was not imported. So if you want, you can write here string also, but from JDK 1.7 you can ignore here to write string. But in left hand side it is mandatory. So Control S and C. So I have created empty hash map. So map dot put what? Both are strings. So anything you can write here. 1, 2, 3. This is string and corresponding value. Okay. I'm writing here Prabhat. Okay. So I'm going to copy this. Control C. Control V. Control V. Of course. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 5. Okay. Here I'm writing 59, something like this, and again it's 150, something like this. Values may be duplicates, but right now I'm not going to provide duplicates. Okay, here I'm writing some other things. I use, here I'm writing, Dennis. Here I'm writing Brian, something like this. Okay. Now I want to see this map. I want to print the whole map. How can I do? If you just want to see, so sys out, what should I write? just print your map if you just want to print. So you can see here 89, Dennis, 123, okay, 125. So if you realize, see, one thing, sets are not ordered, okay? Sets are not ordered. So keys are also not ordered, fine? So if you see, you are getting 89 first, then you are getting 123, then you are getting 125. So there is no order when you are printing this. So here I can write keys are what? Keys are not ordered. Now iterate. How can we iterate? So there is an interface that is called map.entry interface. So we can use for iteration of map. So first of all, see this. What you need to do? Here I'm writing comment iteration. So first of all, write map dot. See here, entry set is a method. I will explain a little bit more regarding this after some time. Map dot entry set, and what it's going to do? It's going to return a set, actually, set of key value pairs. So here write set, okay, set of what? C, set of key value pair, and key value pair is called what? Entry, okay, that is called entry, and one entry is basically going to contain what? String, two columns, string and string here. So just copy it, Control C, here paste it, Control. Now import, you need to import the things. Set of entry. Okay, one more thing. So set of what? Entry. IES. Control S. Control Z. Util dot map dot entry. Import it. So when you are calling entry set on this map, you are getting, all the rows individually, and one row means key value pair is called entry. So you are getting all the set of entry. Now what you can do, you can use for loop here, and for each loop, and here in the right hand side what you can write? Entries, and what entries is containing? Entries is containing one entry, okay, means many entries. So write entry, this one. Data type of what? Data type of entries are entry basically, and here write entry E. So Control S and write something like this. I will explain this if any confusion. Now I want to print what? Key and value. Control C, Control V. So here I have E, one individual entry. So I will write E dot C. If you see here, get key method, get key, and here, Control C, and I can write here E dot. I'm deleting this. E dot get control space C, get value method. Fine. Now I'm commenting this one. Run it. So you are getting what? See, E dot get key 89. Okay, you are getting this one 89. Then corresponding entry value key value key value key value. One thing we can do, E dot get key plus here itself I can write what plus, and I can write here double quote, and here again I can write plus, and then I can write this part E dot get value. Control C, Control V, delete this one, Control S, run it. So you can see 89 Dennis, 123 Prabhat. Okay, so key value, and so okay, so what is happening exactly? So let us copy this first. Control C. Okay, so we have already this, this is a map that is containing two things. Okay, that is containing 4 rows, something like this. This is your given map, and what it's containing, if I copy this that is something like this. Control X. So that this map is containing. So as a key is containing 123. Okay, here Prabhat. Now, if you iterate, what is going? But remember, while iterating, what you can see. I run this. So see, when I'm writing 123 Prabhat, okay, so it's going as a second element. You can see here because it's getting, because hash code will be calculated for 120, 3. So it's going to map to second row. So you are getting something like this. So 89 Dennis, so Control C, and what you can do here. So it's going something like the actual map. They are represented like this. So 4 elements. So if you realize, this is what? This is key, and this is value, and this is row number 1, this is row number 2, this is row number 3, this is row number 4. So one row is represented by what? It's represented by, a data type and interface that is called entry interface. It is called what? It is known as entry. So one entry is containing what? One entry is containing one key value pair. So here entry is of type what? It's containing string. Fine. So that's why here if you see entry of what? String. So here it's a string, here it's a string. Now, when you are writing map.entry set, so it's giving you a set of all the entries. So set can be represented mathematically like this. This is a set. Okay. Now, this is one set. Now, what it's going to give you first set. It's going to give you entry 1. This is entry 1. Entry 1 means first row. Now it's giving you entry 2, something like this. It's giving you next entry. So there are 3 entries. This one will be, for example, E1. This one will be E2. This one will be E3. Fine. Entry E1, E2, E3. So what is going to happen here? First entry 89, okay, comma what? It will be Danish, something like this. And this entry is what? This one is the key. This one is key. And this one is, are you getting or not? Please tell me. This one is represented by value. No one is telling anything. So this is entry. So entry 1, entry 2, entry 3. Okay, I have not included entry 4. Okay, so just think that I have only 3 entries. So 3 entries here, just like that you can put 4th entry. So see, you are getting this set. So how you can iterate set? You can iterate by using iterator, or you can use for each loop. So here I have used for each loop. Fine. So entries is going to be represented by what? See, this is what? This outer part is basically entries, all the entries. Fine. So this one is what? Entry. Now, if you iterate by using for each loop, so what is going to happen? First entry is this one. So automatically this one will be taken out. So now you are having what? This data type you are writing here, entry of string, and here E. So first time this will be taken out. Then what is the variable? Entry is represented E. So you are getting as a in E variable, you are getting this one. Then you are writing get key. You are extracting key from here. So you are writing here E dot get key, and then you are writing E dot get value. So first time you are getting 89. Next time automatically this E2 will be fetched. Okay, and then get key, get value, get key, get value. Is it clear or not?
Yeah. Hello, Prabhat. Yeah, I just want to ask you, what will happen if we just, system.out println and do a map.entry set? Does it work or not?
I don't think it should not work.
It shouldn't work. Okay.
It should not work.
All right.
This is for if you want to print only, so just use this line number 23. What is the purpose of the purpose of this one is that you can go through each entry individually. Okay, one by one element you can access individually. That is the purpose.
Oh, okay.
So this is the very common method for iteration of map, and remember, this is the fastest method. This is the fastest method.
Professor, I have a question.
This is the fastest method for iterating a map. So iteration by using what I should write, by using map dot entry. Map dot entry interface. Now the question is, can we use iterator for iterating a map? The answer is yes. but you cannot directly apply iterator on map. First of all, you need what? You need a set, okay? Means like you need to write this map.entry set and you will get a set, and on set you can apply iterator. Technically, map is not the part of collection framework, so you cannot apply iterator directly on this variable, this map. So, but if you want to use, you can use indirectly. Okay. So using, there are various methods. Okay. Iterator. So I'm going to copy this. Control C, Control V. Okay. Like here, I'm writing here Y. I have changed this now. So I have got the set. Okay. Now, how can I get the iterator? Please tell me. If you have the set, this one is the set. So how can you iterate? Please tell me. You have already done.
You write iterator.
First of all, you should write this reference entry. Control C. You are not telling anything. We have already done. Entry dot what? Can you see this method? So if I write this, what is going to happen? We are going to get what? We are going to get iterator. Iterator of what?
Entry set.
Okay, good. Iterator of what? Here I can write entry set. Control C, and here I can put Control V, and then I can write what? Iterator ID. Control S. Fine. So on set I can apply iterator, but on map I cannot directly apply iterator. Remember. Now what should I write? Please tell me. While this one you need to remember. Okay. While IT dot yes dot as next. So this one, and after then
Sysout dot it.net.
says out. Okay. IT dot next. But what it's going to do? Let us see. IT dot, I'm going to write here next. Now first of all run this. So you can see what is happening here. 89, Dennis 123, Prabhat 125, Ayush 150, Brian. So in one sort, what is going to happen? One entry. IT is representing what? IT is representing one row. So it's going to be printed one by one row. Fine? Like this. But you know what I want? I want to access separately keys and values. So what I can do? While IT dot has next, I can do first of all
You can do that get key on it.next and get value on it.next.
so here, can you include that? See.
I think we can.
Can I write like this? And Control C. Here can I write Control V. Get what?
Value.
Value. Control S. Get key, get value. You can see 89 from her, 125 Brian. So how many elements are there? One 123, 125. What is happening? Let me check. Yes, tell me.
Why does it show 125, Brian? Isn't it supposed to be 150 when you run it?
Run it. One minute. Oh, 89 Prabhat.
It's wrong. It's Dennis.
No. If you want to use set map.entry set, and it's giving you a set of that, all the entries, and entry dot iterator. So string while it dot has next. So
I think you do it.next like 2 lines. So when it does it.next on the second line, it goes to the next element.
so yes, you are right. So what we can do, just comment 2 times next. Is jumping that. Comment this. So we need to do some other option. So what we can do, we don't know. So is it possible or no? Let's do one thing. Just you can Google it also. Iterating a map using Iterator. They are so. So there should be. No, there. Not key set, iterator, super iterator. So first of all, okay, it's collecting something like this. You can do like this.
Looks like the iterator is again using the entry.
Yes, you're right. Control C, and you can do here Control V. Delete this part. Here is E1, E2, whatever you can write here, E also. E. And then what I'm going to write is Control C. You need to be very careful. Here I should write E dot get key. Control S, and then I can write plus. What should I write?
E dot get value.
Yes, E dot. I think it should work now. It's our get value. Now let's run this. I think the problem was here. Next, and so, but when you are doing next, so it's keeping that one current one and it's calling next ones. Now you can see this. 39 Dennis. Okay, so everything. So what happened when you are doing here it dot next? So it's giving you one entry. Okay, so map dot entry, and here we have collected it in entry E, and in the second line we are extracting get key and get. So we need to be very careful. Okay, next. If you do it 2 times, so that is going to create a problem. So in this way you cannot do it. So now it's fine how this one is working.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But you need to remember this one. This one is important. I have already written. This is the fastest method, and this is the most common method of iterating a map using map dot entry interface. So concentrate on this part. Now, one thing I have written here. Keys cannot be duplicated. See, here what I'm going to write. Not here, but here I can write itself. I'm giving some space. Map dot put and Control V. Copy this exact as it is. Control C, and here Control V. And in the place of Brian, I am writing capital Brian. Fine. A Brian. What is this? Right here, map dot put. Fine. Now tell me, if I iterate this map, what should be the answer? Can you guess? All these 5 elements should be in map.
I think it's give the error.
Maybe only 4 elements, I guess.
Telling keys cannot be duplicates. So here, these are duplicate keys or not?
Yes.
Yes.
So what will happen? Actually, what is going to happen? Only one key will be available in the map, but when you are writing here same key, it's going to override that. Fine? It's going to override that. So initially it was 150 Brian. Now when you write this, so 150 is not going to be changed. Okay, or you can see this is replaced, and Brian is going to be replaced by this capital Brian. So still 150 will be there, but this content is going to be modified. If you run this, you can realize. Can you see this? Everyone is able to understand this?
Yes.
Don't think that if you have written that keys cannot be duplicate, so if you write here duplicate, it's going to show error. No, it's not going to show error. Simply the value is going to be replaced by new value. But what about old value? Actually, old value, if you write this, so what is going to happen? If there is some old value, then that is going to be returned by this method. So if I write here, if I want to save my old value, means small Brian, so see int, no, it's not int, it's a string, okay, string, and if I write here old value, old value equal to, see, map dot put. So this one is going to return your old value. If you want to see what was the old value after some time, you can see that. So sys out, control C, control V, and just print this old value variable. Control C and here control V, control S. Run this. Can you see here? Old one. So you should know this. Each one more thing. Null is any object. Null is something any object can point to. Right? So as a key, you can put null. So my question is, how many null keys can contain? So only one key can contain only one null. Only one null value. Remember, since by the definition keys should be unique, so if you put one null, that is not going to create any problem. Okay, so here I am going to put, see, one null. Copy this, control C. But remember, null is treated as object. Okay, it's here. If you write, null, so this null will be string, not an object. So to remove this double quote, this will be treated as object. Okay. So now this. Can you see this? Null Brian 89 then. But the question is, if I am putting another null, what will happen? Can you tell me? Control C and I am putting here another null, and here I am writing some other thing. What should I write? What should I write? How many people are doing this? Saga. I am writing here Saga. So what should happen?
Does it override Brian?
Yes, yes, yes. Now you got. Okay. So only one. So keys are same. So that is going to be overridden. You see here. But what about values? What regarding null values? Value can contain what? Any number of null. okay, any number of, no restriction, means duplicates are allowed or valued. Hmm? Since or valued duplicates are what? Duplicates are allowed. Fine. So can I write like this? Control C and here Control V. Just copy this one. Control C, Control V, 123. Can I write here null? And can I write here null? Please tell me. Here I am writing 23 and here I am writing 25. So see, these two nulls are going to be added if you see. You see? 25 null, 23 null. So values are not important in the map, only keys are important. Okay. And all the rules, whatever going to apply for set, they are also going to be applied on the keys. Fine. Okay. So that was about hash map. Now, if you remember, for sorting of a set, what you did? For sorting of a set, you used tree set. Just like that, if you want to sort a map, what you can do? You can use tree map. Fine. So, see, I'm going to see this. Let us discuss this one, then Control C, here, and so this is your map. Okay, 122. So both are string here. Okay, fine, no problem. If you want to put this one as a integer, you can put noise. And here it's you have iterated it. Fine. Now, but this match variable here is not a simple hash map. It's what? It's a tree map actually. So new tree map and what you are doing. Here you have passed, this is what? This is comparator. Okay. So normally, if I don't write this, what will happen? Can anyone guess? See, this is exactly the same like tree set, but it's going to sort on the basis of what? Keys. Remember, sorting is always going to be done on the basis of keys, since keys are unique. So just concentrate on these keys, this key part. Okay. So if I don't pass this and I am using tree map, what is going to happen? Is it sorted? It will be sorted or not? Please tell me. You are confused.
Yes.
Let us write the program. So we are going to create a program for tree map, new class, and here tree map demo. So what I'm going to do, I'm just taking all these four, Control C, and here I'm writing Control V. But since I want to sort, okay, so I'm going to take what? In the place of new mass map, I'm going to take tree map. Okay, so write here simply tree map. Now you don't need to care about sorting. So whenever you put all these elements, first of all they will be sorted, then they will be put in the tree map. Okay. So now one thing I'm going to do here to avoid confusion, you can write here integer also. Integer. Fine. So if you write integer C, what is going to happen? It's showing error. Why? Because 123 is string. Just take it as integer value, no problem. Yeah. You can take like this. Fine. So now simply I'm going to print. So sys out and print this map. So if you run this, it should be sorted on the basis of each. And in which order? What is default sorting behavior? It's ascending order. Can you see this? 89, 123, 125, 150. Is it fine or not? Yes or no?
Fine.
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. Now the question is, see, integer, how you are getting sorting on the basis of ascending order? Because see, this one is for integer, so definitely integer class is providing implementing comparable interface for providing this. Okay, but what if you want to sort in descending order? In the descending order of key, if you want to sort, what you will do?
Create a comparator.
Get and comparator, since you want to override the existing sorting behavior, existing default sorting behavior. Okay, so here default sorting behavior is going to be default sorting will be used. Fine. If you are writing like this. So now I'm going to create a comparator. Since I cannot modify it, I cannot modify integer class. So what should be the sort map in descending? Okay, descending order. You can write like this. Sort map in descending order. Okay, this is the class I have created, so that if you see, you can understand it. So what should I write here? You need to tell. You need to speak. Implements what?
Comparator.
Comparator. Fine. And something I need to write here. What should I write here?
Class name.
What is the name of the class?
Devo. Demo, I guess.
No. Name of the class you want to sort. What you want to sort? You want to sort 89, 123, 125. Okay, so these are the values you want to sort. So what is the class for these values you want to sort?
Map? Oh, no.
Integer.
My friend, it's integer. Why you are confused? You want to sort integers.
But is integer class?
Yes. Integer is a class, capital integer. I told there is something like int. Int is primitive, okay? But
Right.
in collection, you cannot, collection is always going to contain object. So int is going to be converted automatically into integer. So if you see here, I have written integer, not int.
Right. Okay.
Okay? These are representing objects. Fine?
Right. Right. Got
Remember
it.
always. Yes. So I want to sort the first one is integers. I want to sort all these stuff. So I'm writing what? In the comparator, integer I want to sort. But in descending order. Okay. Now it's showing some error. Why it's showing some error? See this. Comparator cannot be resolved. So if you are getting such type of things, it means it's not imported. So it will give you some hint also. So import. See here. Import it. So now it's gone. Now what is another issue? Go here. Add unimplemented. Yes, yes, tell. So compare method you need to. Now you can see two objects you need to pass whatever you want to compare, integer O1, integer O2. So how you are comparing integers? O1 and E2. There are two integers. So you need to do. So if I write C, O1 minus O2 simply, two integers. See, you don't need to write here compare to method because this is simple, integer. This is not a string. If you want to compare a string, you need to use compare to. If you want to return result as a int. But see, if you have two integer, 3 or 4, and if you want to compare them, so just minus them, okay? So I can write here 1 minus what? 1 minus O2. But it's going to be sorted in ascending order. You already know this, okay? So if you want to reverse the order, what you need to do? Tell me.
O2 minus O1.
O2 minus 1. We have already done, okay? This part. Now, see. Now run. But, okay, one more. So this one is using what? This one is using default sorting one. If you want to use, your comparator, what you need to do? Okay, this Control C and here Control V. Here you need to pass your comparator object. So just write new and what? Sorting. Sorry, not sorting. Sort map in descending order. Sort map in sort map in descending order. Descending order. Fine. Now run this. So I have passed my comparator. So comparator will be called and this is going to be sorted up in descending order. Run this. Can you see this now? 150, 125, 123, 59. It's fine.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's about tree map. So if you realize how much important was, Arraylist program. Whatever you did, that concept is going to be applied in set, that concept is going to be applied in map. Linked, there is one more class, linked hash map. So we discussed, linked hash set also. Linked hash set. What was linked hash set? Do you remember? It is ordered. Means the elements you are inserting in the order, if you iterate, you will be getting the same order. Okay? So if you want a ordered set, you should go for linked hash set. Just like that, if you want a ordered map, then you can go for what? You can go for linked hash map. So right click here, new class and link hash map demo. Okay? Link hash map demo. What need to do so many things. So just create a map here. Okay, Control C, just paste it. Control V. Fine. Now here I am changing what? That new map. Here I am changing. Okay. New. What should I write here? New link as map. Fine. New link as map. And I can write like this. Control S. So I have created a C linked hash map, and in my linked hash map, I'm putting all these stuff. So what is going to happen? Now I inserted in the order 123, 125, 59, 150. So I'll get the same order. So see here, 123, 125, 89, 150. Fine. So linked hash map is doing what? C, Control B, maintains what? Maintains order. And everything is going to remain same, just okay. Apart from its maintaining order, remaining things are as has map. So if you want to iterate, so you can copy this, something like this, Control C, and if you want to iterate, so you can do that. And what is this? What it's saying? Comment this one. This is map. Map dot entry set. Control C. So that is not imported.
I think you have to change entries integer and string instead of string.
This was an integer. Integer. And here it should be also. Control C. Fine. So you can see this. So you know this. So we have seen linked hash map also. But most important one is, hash map. Most of the time you are going to use hash map.
Hello, Prabhat.
Yes, yes.
I mean, I don't know if my question is going to be relevant to what you're trying to teach.
No, ask. Okay.
Anyway, I just want to throw it. Okay. So, can you put a map inside of a map?
You can do that. Okay. Map object, and you can put a map object inside.
How hard it's going to be to, to like access or like, to do things with it?
That will be something like I can tell you. You can imagine. See, you should think like this. I'm giving some idea. Although it may take a little bit of time. Okay. This is a map or not? Please tell me. This is a map. You have created a map here. Fine. First of all, you have created a map here. A map here. And map of what? See. map of what? See,
I mean,
you can pass here two objects as a key. You know, as a key you can pass what? As a key you can pass some object. Here, this is an object like string, okay, or integer, whatever. These are the objects, okay. So if it can be string, it can be string. It can be string. It can be integer. So why it cannot be map? Got it?
mhm.
So technically you can put a map here also. Fine. If you want map within map, you can put here. But normally you are not doing this system. But if you want, you can do it. And if you want, I can write a program also, but it will take a little bit of more time. So
No, I was just wondering like how it's gonna be in a practical world. I mean, how often we have to do this.
no, you can do this, okay. So you can do this. That is not an issue.
Okay.
I will see a program for this, okay, practical, where I have not seen such type of things, but you can do this technically. Fine. Technically
Okay,
you
yeah,
can. Technically you can do it.
yeah, that's fine. Thanks.
Technically you can do this. Now there is one more class. First of all, can you take a 5-minute break?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, yes. We'll take a 5-minute break and then we'll be back again. Can you make yourself presenter? Hello. Where is my WebEx? Please make yourself presenter. Anyone can try to share his screen? No, 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 not remote control request. Okay. No, no, no. Just oh, one minute. Now it's fine. Okay, we'll be back.
Really, पढ़ने लगा क्या?
Stop sharing math, bro. Thanks.
Hello? I'm not hearing.
Oh, sorry. Everyone is back?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
we're back now.
Okay, so let us see what is this hash table. You should have some idea. And this one is very much similar to all these maps. There is only a little difference. Hash table demo, and I'm going to include this name. So let us, here it's written itself. If we ask what is the difference between, array list and vector, what should be your answer? Do you remember array list and vector?
Vector is thread safe, meaning like it's only pass only one thread at a time.
Yes, yes. So there is only one difference, okay? Main difference, if you say. Vector is thread safe while array list is not thread safe. So if you are working in multi-threading environment, in that case only you should go for vector, otherwise you should go for array list. So most of the time, more than 90% of the time actually you are using array list. Just like that, if I ask what is the difference between hash map and hash table, so what will be the answer? Your answer will be exactly like that. Hash table is thread safe. Okay. So if you are working in multi-threading environment, then you should go for hash table. Otherwise, you should go for hash map. So you can see here programs, programs are always going to remain same either for hash table or hash map. You have already seen. Just change the name of the class, your program will be changed. See. So this one is a older class, remember. Hash table is a very older, or you can say it's a legacy class. Okay. So it's a synchronized class, you can see. Okay. Its capacity is what? Capacity is 11. You need to remember. Okay. Its capacity is 11. One more thing, it doesn't allow null key and value. If you try to put null key or null value, that is not going to be allowed. Okay. So why it is? There is no specific reason for that. You just need to tell it's by design. Okay. So after then some improvements were done and hash map, okay, is the result. And it's a legacy class. Legacy class means it's an older class. Fine. Remaining things are going to remain same. Hash table maps equals to new hash table, or even you can write here map. So maps dot put whatever. So what we can do? One more thing. This is a synchronized class. The question is, suppose you have already a hash map and you want to use it in multi-threading environment. So can you make it synchronized if you have already existing hash map? The answer is yes. You can make your collection synchronized. Now you are having methods. Like, suppose you have created a hash map like that is represented by maps. What you can do, collections dot, there is a method synchronized map, and you can pass your hash map here or any map, and that will be what? It's going to return a copy of the map, and that is out map, and that will be what? That will be synchronized. Okay. One more thing, you can see one more method here. And remember, these methods are not only related with hash table or whatever. Okay, since hash table is already synchronized, so you don't need this method. Okay, you can apply this method on hash map or some other type of map except hash table. There is one more method, connections dot unmodifiable maps. So what's this one doing? If you want, no, if you want to create a read-only map, means no one can modify that map, then what you can do? This is your original map. So pass your original map, and when you apply this method, you will be getting a copy of this map. And this copy will be what? It will be read only. Means if someone will try to modify this, what is going to happen? It's not going to allow you. And in fact, it's going to throw some exception. Okay. So let us see this collection dot unmodifiable map. One thing we can see at least. Discard here. Program for hash table is going to remain same. Okay, so I don't think. Let us go back to hash map demo one. Here you can see one more thing. Map. If I do like this. Collections dot unmodifiable map. Collections dot unmodifiable map. Okay, and I want to pass my map here. See, I have passed my map. So what is going to return? It's going to return, if you see, a map. Okay, another map. It's going to return another map. Okay, out map. So here in the left hand side, it's going to return what? A map. Map of what? String. Fine. So string, comma, string, and here I am writing output map, or okay, something like that. Output map, something like that. So see, this small map is our original map. Now, when I have applied a method, unmodifiable map, so it's giving me a copy of this, and this copy cannot be modified. So what is the need of this actually? Suppose Prabhat is the owner of this original map, but Prabhat wants give it to you. But what at the same time, what Prabhat wants? Prabhat wants that you should not be able to modify this. Okay, or no one should be able to modify this. Only so what Prabhat is doing? Prabhat is going to create a read-only copy. Okay, no write, only read. So Prabhat is applying this method. So read-only copy is returned, and this can be given to anyone. And if someone will try to modify this, it will create problem. So just see this. I am going to modify this. Out map dot what? I am going to put something. So as a key, I am putting anything. This is string. So suppose I am putting here 199, something like this. Okay. And value is also a string. So I'm going to put okay, whatever. Anything you can put X, Y, Z, W. String you can put. So if you run, what is going to happen? An exception will be thrown. Run this. Can you see this? java.lang.unsupported exception. Means this operation is not supported. Okay. So it's going to throw what? It's going to throw exception. Fine. Why exception? Because why? Because out map is what? Out map is read only copy. Okay? Read only copy. No one can modify. If you try to do, exception will be thrown. Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So you should know this, okay? That's why I discussed this one. And or hash table, what we discussed here, synchronized. First one is, if I write here, it's synchronized to synchronized. Its default capacity what? Default capacity is equal to 11. Sorry, 8 cannot contain null keys or values. Cannot contain null keys or value. So what I can do here, I can write like this one. Control C and write here Control V. New and here write hash table. So remember hash table is a class. Don't think like table. Control C. So what is the issue? Hash table cannot be here. I cannot do it.
I think you should import that as table too.
Oh, Java dot. It's not there. Map. New. Table. Again, Control C. O.
I think you got the same class name.
Why it's not in. Java dot hash table.
T is in lowercase. Should be lowercase.
No. T in lowercase. Oh. Oh my God. Thank you. Normally hash table, what we are following camel case, okay, hash and table differently, but it's, so you can see. Okay. And what we did previously, if you want to use map.entry interface, so what should I do? You can copy it, Control C. Here you can write what? Control V. Oh, you already done this. Oh, Control C Pro. Map.entry import. Fine. Run it. So you can see So programs are always going to remain same. What you need to do, you just need to change here, right hand side, name of the implementation class. So whatever we discuss, you just need to practice. I will give you some assignment. And hello Nagin, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, okay. So you can continue. Okay, we are done. My WebEx is lost. Okay, I'm not able to see my WebEx.
Okay, sometime it happens.
Most of the time, actually, it's happening. Now, if someone is sharing his screen, so now it's fine.
Yeah, I know, I know.
Mm.
It's okay. Okay. So today, I hope you have done with collections or anything is left in this.
Most of the things are done. Okay, most of the important things are done. Whatever needed for them.
Okay. Hey, guys, can you hear me? Yesterday, I was talking about generics. I don't know. You guys get a chance to do practice of those programs or not? I don't know. Any guess? If it
Yeah,
is
a
not,
little bit.
then I'm giving one day more then. Okay, you guys can go and do practice because I know things are a lot. You may be doing collections also, but we don't have any choice. We have to do it. Okay, fine. So in collections framework, I think you have done almost. From tomorrow, I would like to start Java 8. So initially, Prabhat can take something data structure. I'll discuss with him how what I can teach, and maybe like 7:30 I will come, right? 7:30 or 7:40. Are you with me? I'll come, and then we can start some advanced topic. I'm going to cover Java 8. Yeah, tell me, in collection, I think you might be discuss most of the data structures. Let me tell you some more about it. Uh, People, in collection framework, have you heard about fail fast and fail safe?
No.
Let me tell you that. Apart from that, if you have any query, please feel free to discuss with us. Right? And I told you many times, don't care about it is good question, bad question, silly questions, makes sense, does not make sense, all those things. See, if you talk about any collections, right? You talk about list, set, or map. Got a point? So let me give you one example. You know list, right? Hello, you are not replying.
Yes.
You may be thinking this
Yes,
much.
sir.
Yes, I like it. Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Like, this kind of syntax, right? It is a array list. And yesterday, I think you told me capacity of array list is 10. In that, I can add only string or I can add anything. Any guess? Here I'm just adding, omega. You can add only string or you can add anything.
Just string.
Only strings.
String, because today we talked about, generics.
Generics.
Generics allows type safety, and what you write in square bracket over here. This is saying, hey, array list, you are supposed to only hold string. If you're trying to take anything else, you will get a compile time error. And after that, let's add some more string, apple, mango, whatever. Fine. After collection, we can teach you the thread. So let me tell you, this is the list, right? And this list is used by, assume this list is used by two thread, right?
right now the program which you are executing, it is run by only one thread. Hello, you should think like you access by two people, right? Two different people. This is one and two. You got confused or you are following me?
Falling in.
Assume we have a code and this list of data is shared by two thread. This is program, or you can say two program. That will also work for time being. But we'll teach you thread in detail, right? So we have thread 1 and this is thread 2. Mhm. So see, if you assume this first thread is reading data from it, you know how to access data, read data? Anybody remember? You can use iterator, you can use for each loop. You remember? I forget it. Like for this syntax is okay? Not replying. Yep.
Yes, sir.
What I'm doing, I'm just reading this list, right? The moment when this thread T1 is reading the list, at the same time, what this other thread is doing, other thread is trying to do the structural modification in that. Structural modification means this thread is either trying to add some new data and it is trying to delete it. You understand the meaning of structural modification? Structural modification means this thread is trying to modify the size of it. You know size? So first thread is accessing it and second thread is trying to add a new data into it. You got my point? Either add, either remove. Hello? So when first thread is accessing it, at the same time another program or thread is trying to do modification in it, then first thread T1 will get an exception. That is called concurrent modification exception. You got confused.
What is thread actually?
Okay, here your good question, right? Here thread means you can think a program. So we have two programs. I'll show the live example of it, right? One
Okay.
program is reading it and second program is updating it. You got my point?
Yes.
So I will teach you thread, okay? Thread me. Have you heard about multitasking in operating system?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So you know what happening is, but you understand the situation. You just assume two program is there. This is program number 1, program number 2. Program number 1 is reading the data, and program number 2 is either adding and removing the data into the same list. So first one, the program which is reading it, he will get what? You are not replying. Concurrent modification exception. And this behavior is called failsafe. This is called failsafe. You got a point? Do you understand the failsafe? Meaning is, if there is a collection and that collection is read by one thread and second thread or second program is doing structural modification, first will get the exception. This is called failsafe. You got it or confused? So right now I would only say whatever collections you have learned so far, all are the failsafe. All are the fail. Sorry. I'm wrong here. When you get the exception, this is called fail fast. And this is called fail fast. This event or this behavior is called fail fast. Anybody have any question query? And I can show you. You may have some other kind of list also. In list, what different kind of list you know so far? Tell me. Not replying.
Linked list, array list.
You know array list already. You have seen. You know You know linked list?
Mhm.
Circular list, double linked list.
We have linked list and we have vector. Understood? And in Java, we have only array list and linked list, and there is a stack also. Stack is the child of vector. You got it? But let me tell you, there is another data structure also for the list that is called copy and write array list. What? Copy and write. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what is the benefit of it? Copy and write array list benefit is, if more than one program is going to operate on it, it will not cause any issue. But what is the limitation of array list, linked list, and vector? More than one program cannot operate on it at the same time. You got confused or you understand?
Got it.
In array list, linked list, and vector and stack, I'm just curious to know, more than one program can operate on it. Answer is no. But if you use copy and write array list instead of all those things, more than one program can operate on it. So can I say copy and write array list is fail safe? Fail safe means if one program is reading it, other is modifying, it will not throw any problem. It will not throw any exception. So that is called fail safe. So do you understand the meaning of fail safe and fail fast? Or confused?
I'm confused. Can you go over one more time, please?
Like what I said, if you have a array list and this array list is operated by how many program? Two programs. One is reading it and at the same time second one is adding or removing it. The program which is reading the data, in the program which is reading the data, some other program is modifying is by adding and removing, then first program will get an exception that is called concurrent modification exception. Means, hey, you are reading it and in between somebody has modified it. Are you following me? So you got the exception. In this way, you came to know whatever data you are trying to read, somebody already has modified. This behavior is called, somebody who said I'm confused. This behavior is called fail fast. Now you got it or still you confused?
I'm good, yeah.
So what is the fail safe? You are using copy and write array list instead of array list. The benefit is if one program is reading it and other program is modifying in between, then the first program will not get any exception. That's why it is called. So what I say, array list, linked list, vector, stack, all are
Fail fast.
and copy and write array list is
Fail safe.
to know only this much. I'll make you more clear, okay? And last, do you know tree set? Hello?
Yes.
What is the beauty of tree set? Basically, it is used for what? Anybody remember? Somebody says sorting. Sorting is right. So tell me, when you use tree set, you should override hash code and equals method also to make it properly work.
I think so. No.
What do you say? No, yeah, yes.
The comparable.
Yes.
Tell me, you when you use this tree set, you should override.
Good.
Like for tree set, no need to override hash code and equals method. Hash code and equals method is only good for when you use trees hash set or linked hash set. You know what I'm saying? For this, no need to override hash code and equals method. But what you should implement for tree set? You remember?
Comparable and need to override the comparator method.
Comparable or comparator, that's it. It is enough, okay? Comparable and comparator. Done. Okay, so here, parallel to T set, I have one, I'm telling you because this is little bit important. That is called navigable. I'll tell you what is the meaning of it, right? Navigable. When I don't remember. Navigable, right? Concurrent. Let me, I don't remember actually. Concurrent. List set. Guys, but you know tree set, right? So similar to tree set, I have another data structure, right? It is exactly same as tree set. This also store data how people. This also store data in sorted order. You're not replying. What I said? This also store data in sorted order. Clear? But only difference is you're not replying. This and this both are exactly same, right? But the only difference is this is fail safe. Sorry, this is fail fast. You have to mug it. Fail fast means if more than one program is doing one is reading, second one is writing, you know, so you will be in trouble. But this is fail safe. Fail safe means if more than one program is working on the same data structure, you will not face any problem. You confused or got it?
Got it.
No, already, you know, in this we have already three things. What? Hash set, linked hash set, right? Linked hash set and T set, right? I just added one more. Fine. I think this much is